In no time did I trust the slopes of the Ain as I did in the summer of 14. I found myself reconciled to this land, a little wild by its rocks, and by the sinister names that recalled the wars of the previous century. Precious friends were growing old there. 20 stone steps led me to their flowery garden. 20 more steps, and one was in the peaceful garden of the dead, flowery with marjoram and hyssop, around the peasant church. From this promontory the view extended almost to Soissons, through a famous gap. On the weak plateau, almost at the height of the wind vane, the Route des Dames with its charming name passed. The cliff was rich in elderberries and vines and carried, on its dry slopes, junipers and a wild rose with musky scent that I have only seen there. One could enjoy it, and, in this month of July, I was finishing a lasting fence around a weaver's house. It was there that I heard 2 prophecies. Once I myself prophesied, I don't know why, in the company of a peasant philosopher, whom one considered a little crazy. This security of work, whose image was everywhere on offer, seemed to me to be for a moment, as it was. It only takes a plague, I said, or a quarrel between men, for this wild bark of the earth which one sees in places, to cover the hillside, the plateau, the valley, and the scattered hills like islands. The evening, which blurred the differences, and the sight also of my melancholy companion, made me think of these things, but it seems to me now that I declaimed a little more than the present state advised. The future of that time, now past, gives too much meaning to these random words. On another day, it was a sort of witch who prophesied, bent in two by work, raising her blue eyes and her brick-colored face to me. She showed me, in the garden and in the terraced orchards, an astonishing amount of molehills, and she spoke in these terms: "You know what they say around here and what I know, as many molehills, as many graves." She repeated the same thing several times, looking to the right and left, as she was accustomed to do, on which I closed my imagination like a door, admiring how resemblance proves itself in these minds too weak to lift the metaphor. And yet, as is well known, there were even more graves than molehills everywhere around there. Of these moving encounters, I think nothing. There are, at any moment, encounters as admirable as those, if one wanted to admire, and everything is a sign as soon as one looks for signs. At least I understand a little better the Homeric times, and these omens continually drawn from birds, clouds, and lightning, of which some were verified by chance, and many realized by the action of those who believed in them. For often the oracle advises at the same time that it announces, and it is no wonder if the battle becomes terrible, according to the prediction, from the moment one believes it. The world has not changed, and our wisdom rests entirely on itself. Whoever wants to believe will find evidence, all the more so because memory never finds the past as it was, but covers it with what followed, suspending the fulfillment to the omen like a crown. The gods are the firstborn of memory.